Hello and welcome back. Today I want to do this a little bit differently. So I have some notes and I want to show you a video first. So I'm going to play the video, then I'll come back and we'll talk about it. Okay? So watch the video and then listen to what I have to say.
As a white woman who leads a black-led sport and celebrated here, I want to show a light on black women. They don't get the media coverage that they deserve. They've given so much to this sport and the community and society as a whole, and their value is undeniable. And in the WNBA last season, the postseason awards, 80% of the winners were black, but they got half the amount of coverage as the white athletes. So I think it's time for change. Sports media holds the key to storylines. Sports media and sponsors tell us who is valuable, and you have told the world that I matter today, and everyone who voted, thank you. But I think we should use this power together to also celebrate black women. So to Maria Taylor, Robin Roberts, Maya Moore, Odyssey Alexander, to all the incredible black women in my life, on my teams, to Breonna Taylor and all the lives lost, and to those names who have not yet learned, but I hope to share, I stand behind you, and I will continue to follow you and follow your lead and fight for you guys. So I just want to say thank you for everything.
So now that you have watched the video, let's talk about it, okay? Who is she? Her name is Paige Booker. I hope I'm saying this right. And the speech you just watched was her ESPY speech, where she won Best Female College Athlete. Okay, so she made some points, and first and foremost, she got a lot of praises for this speech. It's literally all over the internet. It's all over my For You page on TikTok. So I watched it, and several people have sent it to me, and I was like, wow, nice or not. So I took some notes, and I just want to clarify upfront, I'm not hating on her. Okay, I'm not. This is not a criticism. This is just my personal opinion. Um, And I'm well aware of the fact that people are limited in their choice of words depending on whatever position they hold or whatever entertainment, whatever they are into. But I'm still going to say what I have to say. Okay. So she started with show a light on Black women. Why is that problematic? Um, I think that a white person showing light on black women always gives some kind of white savior vibes, you know? I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying that these are her intentions, okay? I'm not saying she did this for clout. I'm not even criticizing her intentions at all. I'm just plainly talking about what she said. So, it always comes off as a bit of performative if you use that particular situation and that particular situation only. And now, honestly speaking, I don't know who she is. I've never seen her or whatever about her before, so I wouldn't be able to judge if she has been educating fellow white people on the problems ever since. But from the research I made, I couldn't find different speeches or other speeches of hers with the same context or the same content. So as I'm saying, I might be wrong in that, but however, okay. Um, I mean, if she felt like saying it in that moment, that's her choice. I'm just, in my own opinion, it comes off as like, okay, I've won this, and let me use this. Like, just like white people throughout summer 2020, BLM, when that song went viral, we were like, I know we are not the same, but blah, 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 blah. And I, no freedom till we're equal. Damn right, I support it. And I was like, oh, where are y'all now? That's the vibes I'm getting from that statement. But okay, um, let's continue. Then she said, they don't get the media coverage they deserve. And let me just bust your bubble. It gets more problematic the longer the speech holds. Um, they don't get the media coverage they deserve. Why? Who runs the media? And who gives out the coverage? People like you and me. Why not mention the truth? I mean, in Germany we say if you say A, you have to say B. So sometimes I'm listening to this kind of speeches and I'm like, oh, Okay, and then like they don't get the media coverage they deserve, but why don't they get the media coverage they deserve? I know she can come up there and talk for an hour, but that 1 minute, she spoke about black women and the struggle and whatever. She could have made a even bigger impact when she wouldn't have been sugarcoating shit. Um, they don't get the media coverage they deserve because the media is racist. That's it. Okay. So then she said, they have given so much to society as a whole, and their value is undeniable. Really? Okay. Society is what it is because of black women. So they haven't given to the society as a whole. They are literally the birthplace of society. They are literally, they gave birth to humanity. So this very much comes off like this is society, this is black women, and they have been kind of like existing to each other. And then once in a while, black women give to society, which makes society grow bigger, which is not actually what happened because world history is literally written off and carried by the black woman. It's again the sugarcoating shit. So then she said 80% of winners were black, but they got only half the media coverage. And I think it's time for a change. You think it's time for a change, or black people have been telling you that it's time for a change? Words have so much power. And saying that you think it's time for a change, why do you think it's time for a change? Because you've been listening to black people, right? Because black people have been saying this for 600 years. So when you come up there and you're like, you are stating facts that black people provided you with, and you think that it's time for a change, it very much gives me vibes as if you are trying to take the work, which statistics are work, from black people without giving credit to black people. Because you didn't wake up one day and you're like, I think it's time that black people get some kind of recognition while you literally won an award in a black-led sport. I mean, she said that at the beginning. She said that 80%, just like she said here, 80% of the winners are black. Uh, Basketball is a black sport. Black people made that sport big, yet it's ruled by white people. When I mean ruled by white people, the owner of the NBA is a white man. So, who is making the money of the NBA? Black people are the ones creating the wealth and creating the money and creating the entertainment, and white people are reaping the benefits. And her stating that 80% of the winners are black, only 50, but only 50% of the media coverage. Again, why? Because the media is racist, because the media is run by the same people that are oppressing black people. It all comes together as one. Then she said, I think we should use this power together to also celebrate Black women. Also, how about we celebrate Black women only? Because we've been celebrating everybody but Black women in the last 600 years. So this also is like all her words were like so carefully chosen that I'm like, okay, you want to offend white people, but you don't want to offend white people, right? Like it's like I'm trying to tell black people that I care, but at the same time, I'm not trying to offend no white person. And that's not how it works. You can't be playing both sides. You can sit down there and be like, I think it's time for a change. I think that we should also celebrate black women because you are well aware of the fact that you didn't wake up one day and understood that black women should be celebrated. Black women made you understand. Black women took your hand and carried you along and showed you their struggles and showed you their way of life, what they are going through, what they're suffering, how the media is treating them, how white people are treating them. You did not wake up to realize these things out of the blue. That did not happen. Then she said, and I nearly lost my mind as she said that, she named some black athletes. And then she all of a sudden said, to Breonna Taylor and all the lives lost. Again, words are powerful. Why lost? Why didn't you say got killed? got killed innocently. Why didn't you state that these people lost their life to a racist system? And why didn't you state that the police officers that killed Breonna Taylor are still free? Why didn't you mention all the problems surrounding Breonna Taylor's murder? She didn't lose her life to cancer. She didn't lose her life to a car accident. That would be losing her life. She got murdered. I mean, people might be criticizing me now, like, oh, a life lost is a life lost, no matter how she died. No, no, absolutely not. It makes a huge difference if the woman was killed by a racist cop that is still walking out freely, or if she lost her life by accident. That would be a loss, right? I mean, a loss in a sense of her loved ones lost her to the cold hands of death. That's the same thing. But why did she die? Did she die a natural death because she got sick? Or was she actively killed by racism? Please no. Then she said, to all the names I have not yet learned but hope to share. Who stopped you from learning? And why have you not learned them? If you have, I mean, to all the names you have not learned yet, but you hope to share in future, that means you hope to continue shining a light on Black women, right? But how about you would have stated that there shouldn't be no more names? Like, how are you saying that future names you're still hoping to share, implying that people are still going to die because police people are still going to kill and go scot-free? Like, I'm at this point, I'm not even sure if she knows what she said or if I'm exaggerating. No, no, I'm not exaggerating things. I'm not exaggerating things. She said, to the names I have not yet learned but hope to share. And there will still be names because the problem has not been solved yet. The system hasn't been dismantled yet. So it's kind of pathetic to talk about you're still trying to share names because you could have learned prior to your speech. I mean, I'm not saying she should have come up there and read thousands of names that were killed by police brutality, but reducing this to one single person takes away the depth, the problematic, and especially the the wideness of the problem and the depth of the problem, because we are not talking about one single woman that was killed by police brutality. We are talking about thousands of people. As I'm talking right now, someone is killed by a police brutality. A Black person is innocently killed by a white cop, and that cop is going to go scot-free. So it's once again sugarcoating things that shouldn't be sugarcoated. And then she ended her speech with saying, I stay behind you and I'll continue to follow your lead and fight for you guys. Why is this fighting for you guys something that white people like to say? It's not cute. It's not cool. And it does not say what you're intending to say. I mean, I hope that she's intending to say, I will continue fighting my fellow white people, but she didn't say it because you're not fighting for white people, for Black people. Nobody's fighting for Black people because Black people don't need us in their fights, because you're missing the point. There are two fights, okay? The first fight is the liberation of the Black nation globally, which means the African diaspora and the motherland. And for surely that's not a white person's business, okay? That's never a white person's business. Our part in this Black people's fight is to fight our own people, to fight the system you and me keep enabling, and people like you and me set up and keep running. So when you say fighting for you guys, it very much means like, yay, superwoman, I'm coming to your rescue. And it's not cute. It's not cute. Okay. Now, I mean, I'm trying to understand, okay? I understand that she cannot throw it out there because that would probably cost her her career. It most likely would cost her her career, okay? But there are other means and other ways of saying things the right way. I mean, if she so very much values the Black people in her life, why didn't she discuss this? I mean, I don't know if she did. I mean, how many Black people have proofread that thing you're saying? How many very radical, knowledgeable Black people have read what you said and have okayed that? Like I said, I don't know. I can't say if she did that, but even if she didn't, she could have at least do some Google research first, and then she would have probably found out by herself that fighting for you guys is not cute. It's really not cute because it gives this, I'm a good white person. I don't mean to be racist. I am not racist. I have black friends. I don't see color vibes. And it's not okay. Like, it's not okay. We had 2020 was a global year of demonstrations all over the world. And so many Black people spoke out. So many podcasts, YouTube videos, interviews were held where Black people talked about their daily struggles, where they talked about these microaggressions of I don't see color, where they talked about all sorts of things white people say. And you still came up there thanking Black people for paving the way, literally saying, without actually thanking Black people for paving the way, because it's not enough to stand up there and be like, I think we should also celebrate Black women. No, we should celebrate only Black women because everybody else has been celebrated. White people have been celebrated ever since. So why in the world would you like the bar for white people is in hell, okay? The bar for white people socially is on in hell because this video is like the bare minimum and she's still being praised for that. And nobody can tell me that she did not know. Every white person putting them, as I'm sitting up here, I know that somebody is going to praise me for this video. I know, and I'm uncomfortable about this, and I've spoken about this several times, but I can't help it. I know that she can't help it. Okay, she can't help the reactions of people. I know there are going to be people that will criticize her, rightfully so. I know that you can never make things right for everybody, but the least person you should be making things right for is a white person, because no, like this whole speech was literally like I said in the beginning, let me say the truth, but sugarcoat it and trivialize it to an extent that white people will not get offended. And that's never going to work because if you say the truth, and I'm talking about truth, not the sugar-coated truth, the cuddling white fragility truth. I'm talking about the truth, which means that all white people are bloody racists, okay? That we are all enabling the system. You wouldn't still be standing there. We know that. And that's why I said, are we ready to give up our privileges for the betterment of society? And this speech has shown me that we are not. Most of us are not. 95% of us are not. Because what does that mean? It would have mean that she will reject that award and say, I'm dedicating this award to Black women. I am not taking it until Black women get the same recognition globally until white women. And no, it's not too much to ask for. I am expecting this to be done from every white person in power and white people in without power, without influence, I should say, because every white person has power. So I'm expecting white people to stand up unconditionally, which means you know that you're going to get hated. Put yourself out there and talk because every time a white person talks, another white person listens. That being said, it's just my humble opinion. Thanks for watching.